Good morning, social studies class. This is sixth grade ancient history, day 2 of our, well, it's day 33 and 34, but day 2 of our thinking and talking about Greece. The assignment was due by now for the vocabulary words, basically for the whole Greece unit. It's a quick outline. You go through, you read around page 240 to almost 340. But it was skim and scan stuff, looking for the yellow highlighted vocab words. I'm going to be checking that today and put it in the grade book for Wednesday. And that was just like a vocab snippet. We talked a little bit about geography. The big ideas were that the Aegean Sea to the east was a way that they could hop islands in order to find seafood, find trade, or beat people up and then set up a colony so that you're just constantly taking stuff from them to make money. And if they question it, you beat them up some more and put somebody in charge of that government that's your person. Nice stuff. The Ionian Sea is to the west. We didn't talk about that as much because you can't really island hop going that way. What else did we learn about? Going forward today is the key. Big sneeze, please hold. Allergy season. Happens to the best of us. Okay, it's just going to keep happening, so I'm just going through my video because it's not really going to stop. For day 33 and 34, Wednesday assignment, you're going to watch the video of Mr. Corwin again. The link attached to the bottom here is for geography in early Greece for Wednesday. You have to answer the questions below for day 33, geography in early Greece. Using the video. Every question is in the video. You can find it. So you just have to watch it and then pause it and then watch it and then pause it. So let me show you that. Day 33 is right here. I apologize for my allergies. I took the medicine. It doesn't even matter. It's like, ha, ha, ha. All right. So it's a hyperdoc, meaning that at the top there's a link out to the video. Use the link attached to go to the YouTube video. Answer the following questions below. Every question you can find, go back and rewatch. So you do have to pause it a lot. That's my son. My sixth grader is coughing in the background. And he actually knows Ryan from your class. That's the funny story about that one. They go to camp together.
I guess it's all Greek to me.
So I'm going to pause that, and then you have to push pause a lot. And then you're going in, and question 1, what are the 2 types of landforms in Greece? 47 seconds in. It even tells you where to look in the video to save time. So I can actually just drag over. Can I? Allergies are us. A Chromebook during the day is really tough.
Of ancient Greece, we're going to talk about the first civilizations that lived there and how the geography really influenced how people lived there. So let's go ahead and get started by taking a look at this.
I bet she's going to say mountains and islands or mountains and peninsulas or mountains and seas. Here we go.
Map right here. As you can see, Greece is a peninsula. Peninsula is an area of land surrounded by water, almost surrounded by water, at least on 3 sides. Running down the middle of this peninsula are the Pindos Mountains, and you can also see that there is a lot of islands in Greece surrounded by the Aegean Sea. So you've got a peninsula with a lot of mountains, a lot of water.
Not what I was looking for. Oh, yeah. All right, so what are the 2 types of landforms in Greece? Peninsula, mountains, right? So you'd actually go and you click on that and instead of that red answer, peninsula and mountains. Boom. What did all Greeks share in common? Oh, I think I did that one too. I met with a couple of you in Google Hangout, and I'm going to do that usually on Tuesdays and Thursdays if needed. You probably would just see these type of pre-recorded videos, but we went over how to do the work in case there was any questions. If we start going off the beaten path and don't use just the textbook, it could get more where you need to talk to me, but I think we're going to use mostly textbook and it'll be fine. So what are the two types of landforms? We already said mountains and peninsulas. What did Greeks share in common? Let's look at that. And then we'll probably stop giving you free answers.
So how does that influence how the ancient Greeks lived? Let's start by thinking about culture. Now, when two groups of people live very close to each other, they tend to have very similar cultures. In Greece, that's not the case. Remember the mountains running down the peninsula and the large amount of water in between the islands? People did not interact as often as, say, people in Egypt or Mesopotamia, where it was very easy to travel in between city-states. Because of this, the cultures that develop in Greece are very different from each other. For example, people didn't think of themselves as Greek. They would say, hey, I'm Spartan, or hey, I'm Athenian, or hey, I'm Delian, or Corinthian. There was not this idea of Greece. In fact, the biggest thing these groups of people had in common was the language they spoke. And that's why...
So that's the language they spoke, right? Where am I at here? What did all Greeks share in common? So they shared the language in common. And then the commonality they had was also like cultural traits, a similar diet, belief in many gods and goddesses. But the main answer you have to put here is the language, right?
What the?
Oh, what the heck? We'll do one more. This is exciting stuff to me. I used to teach this. It's like all coming back to me. All right, so around 350, we're looking for the answer. All right, let's see.
Historians talk about it as one group because they all spoke Greek. They had different governments that governed themselves. Sparta had an oligarchy, and they had a king, and made decisions for Sparta. However, they did not make decisions for Athens. Athens had its own government that made decisions for Athens. Because of this, Greeks spent more time fighting each other typically than actually helping each other out. And you're going to see this when we talk about the Peloponnesian Wars. Another way geography influenced the ancient Greeks is because it's not easy to farm in the mountains, and the flat land that was in Greece did not have the best soil. So they had to find ways to gather food. They had to find ways to get food and materials to their city-states. And so they became very good at trading. They also set up colonies that were good areas for finding food and resources. If you don't remember what a colony is, you can check out this video right here. If you're looking at this on an iPhone or an iPad where that link's not going to work, the link's down in the description. You can find it there. Finally, the Greeks became very good at traveling at sea. They respected the sea. They thought the sea was a dangerous place, and sailing at this time was a pretty dangerous adventure. They would, for example, only sail during the day. They would set anchor at night. They didn't have maps that told them where to go. The only way they were able to tell where they were was by looking at the stars. So typically, Greeks sailed very close to land, where they could see the land to give them an idea of where they were actually at. Wow, that's some awesome hair right there. Yeah, that's not better. What? All right, there we go. So if on a test, for example, somebody asks you, hey, how does geography influence Greece? You could point to three things. Isolated cultures that were very different from each other. You could talk about trading and how the Greeks had to trade for their food and resources. And then you could talk about how they became expert sailors. If you really wanted to talk about food, you could talk about the fact that they have...
There's four answers they give you. Isolated cultures because of mountains in the middle were separated literally on islands. Trading, they had to trade or create colonies. Trading and colonies is not the same thing. Trading is where you're trying to be fair and you don't beat them up. Colonies is where you beat them up and then you just have the stuff like on the video. It's going the stuff goes back to your home and then you make stuff with the stuff you're taking. For example, if you're taking the stuff to make clothes or something, right? Sailing, they had to be really good at sailing and they had to be able to use like the stars and the sun to sail. They also had to use the islands to hop across the Aegean Sea. Otherwise you get lost. They believed in sea monsters, probably just shipwrecks, but then seafood was their diet. You only need three answers, so you can probably combine sailing and seafood into one answer. Good at sailing, like seafood. Excuse me. So I would probably do like, yeah, lots of trading, making colonies. Oh, I can't spell. My son's allergies are also there. Good at sailing. Love seafood. And you might have already done this and then put like just the 3 answers and not try to combine 4, and that is not wrong. 6th graders are always like, I don't know. It's okay. Isolated cultures. Isolated cultures. To remind myself for later, because I'm going to use this on the quiz that's on Thursday. By mountains or on islands. Where were the Minoans from? Oh, I know that's easy. All right. Who's referred to as the first Greeks? All right. Minoans are from Crete, right? You're going to learn that. Why did the Minoan civilization lose power? That's up to debate. So we have to go based on what Mr. Corwin says. Why are the Minoans not considered the first Greeks? Well, now I'm interested. I want to see. I'm going to fast forward to 527 because I don't know if I taught it this way. Oh, he keeps talking too. All right, 520. Let's go 520.
Did not speak Greek. The first people that we consider Greek to live in Greece were the Mycenaeans. Now, the Mycenaeans are a group of people that lived on mainland Greece. They built a lot of big fortresses. The biggest fortress is at Mycenae, which is where we get the name Mycenaean. When the Minoans lost power, this left Crete open for the Mycenaeans to take over, and they did, and they became a big...
the Mycenaeans and Minoans. I should have seen that coming. So that's the Mycenaeans. I want to help you out with that one because the spelling on that one is tough. Mycenaeans. I've taught this for 12 years. I should know this silliness. I'm not bragging about that. It's just like it's in my brain. I still know like all the answers if you give me a couple of seconds. Mycenaeans, I believe that's how you spell. There might be a couple more N's in there. Boom. I think there might be 2 N's right here. Obviously, how do I go back? I can't leave these answers in here because then anybody that comes in and sees this will see all the answers. That'd be rather tragic. And then you don't have to watch the whole video. The other part of the video, the rest of the video is what you're supposed to watch on Thursday. Thursday is a quiz on this stuff. You know, on the outline in the slides that you had to fill in all the answers for. And also, the quiz is on this video notes today and Thursday. The quiz I'll be posting at 1 o'clock on Thursday. So in the Google Classroom right now, that's not there, and it won't be there till Thursday. It's going to be like 1 o'clock. Gives everybody ample time to finish all the work. So if I'm you, I probably want to finish watching the whole video today, Wednesday, so that Thursday you just do the quiz, bada bing, bada boom, and then Friday you can meet to make up stuff, or if you bomb your quiz, if I can get it graded fast enough, then you can have a chance to check in with me or fix it. So that's it for today, right? This is a pretty cool video. Pretty neat guy. He's the teacher. He's kind of knows his stuff. I respect him as one of my peers. This is pretty cool, Mr. Corwin. And that's that for today. Thursday, I'll just show you here. There is another video, and it's about democracy. I'm probably actually going to make a video tomorrow morning to talk about that because I've got my own little slideshow that kind of talks about democracy in Athens, so I can explain it my own way too. They talk about government forms. They have multiple government forms, and you need to understand. So yeah, it's going to be really neat because the foundation of government and democracy, and my son making noises while I'm trying to talk on a video. No, not that part. Just the video is about democracy and other forms of government like oligarchy, not Olive Garden, oligarchy. That's the Spartan government. So we'll talk about that tomorrow. I'll give you an extra video then. Woo! All right. Bye, Mr. Wagner out. And good luck in your video watching and note taking today. If you have any questions or comments, you can email me, rwagner@hamilton.k12.nj.us. You can request a Google Hangout in the Google Classroom, but not just to like hang out and like, yo, I got 2 nukes today. Like, no. All right. See you later, guys and gals.